Hey guys, and welcome back to another week with me. I always look forward to coming and making new videos each week. So in honor of June, since June has officially arrived, the summer is really kind of getting into full swing. The days are nice, the evenings are breezy and cool. So overall, we've had a pretty good start to our summer. So just in honor of June, I thought that I would research some cool and interesting things all about June. So as always, I try to change things up and make things interesting. I hope that you are able to learn something new today. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So the end of June actually marks about the halfway point throughout our year. So a lot of times people will begin to reflect on the past year, right? They think about all of the things that may have not went so well. But the good news is there's a lot of good things that have actually happened this year. We've moved past some pretty big obstacles, which is amazing in itself. So hopefully you guys, like I said, are able to learn something new. And here we go. So did you guys know that June actually has its very own bug that is named after it? If you guys said the June bug, you would be right. So the June bug is actually a bug that is big in either May or June, in between those times. So they're kind of sometimes big or small. They kind of look like a brown little beetle. No matter what size they are, if you ask me, they give me the heebie-jeebies. They always have since I was a child. I have a story of one time riding a bike down the sidewalk and one got stuck in my hair, and that was it. I didn't like June bugs ever since. But it is still kind of cool that they're named after the month. So we aren't exactly sure where the name June comes from. So depending on who you ask, somebody might actually give you a different answer. So one of the answers I found is that it was named after a Roman goddess. Her name was Juno. So Juno, this Roman goddess, was responsible for marriage. Basically, she was the goddess of love, marriage, and things like that. So like I said, even though we don't really know the true reason behind the name, it's kind of fun just to speculate. So the period of time from the middle of May to the middle of June was considered to the ancient Romans to be ill-omened for marriage. So they always said that you shouldn't get married from the middle of June or middle of May through June. For whatever reason, they thought it would bring bad luck. Depending on where you live in the world and what kind of folk stories there are, a lot of people have superstitions about marriage at particular times of the year. I actually found this one kind of interesting because nowadays, June is a wonderful, beautiful time of year to get married. It is one of the prime months for summer weddings. A lot of people actually enjoy going and doing outdoor weddings, which makes June perfect. It's not exactly the hottest month of the year, and we have cool evenings, so it makes it the perfect time to get spiffied up and not worried about sweating off your makeup. Okay, so there's actually a story about why the Romans believed that it was actually an ill omen. So it was actually the story about a man named Ovid. So this man, Ovid, he was a Roman poet, okay? So the story is that he went to this high priestess of Jupiter and asked when would be a good time for his daughter to get married. So the high priestess says, well, anytime after June 15th. So I guess that's the story of why it's supposed to be bad luck to get married before then. This high priestess said that it would be best to get married after June 15th. So whether you believe that or not is completely up to you. I will leave that one up to you. So moving on. So as we know, every month actually has a birth flower, which I will be doing another video on our month's birth flower as well. But the birth flowers are actually honeysuckle and the rose. So both of these flowers symbolize all of the things basically relating to love, desire, affection, generosity, things like that. So if you were born in June, there's a pretty good chance that you'll probably be a hopeless romantic. I wasn't born in June, so I'm not sure why I am, but either way. So June also has 3 birthstones. So don't make fun of me if I mess this one up. This is the Alexandrite, a moonstone, and the pearl. So the Alexandrite is said to represent basically longevity, having a long, healthy life, which is definitely a positive thing, right? So the moonstones, on the other hand, are said to bring you good luck. They're associated with a lot of love and passion. They're supposed to bring you good love, or good luck in your love life, I should say. And last but not least, the pearl. So the main birthstone of June is actually the pearl, and it represents what most white things represent, right? Purity. So not only do they represent purity, they represent faith as well. So all really positive, loving things. So June is definitely associated with a lot of love, security, and hopefulness, right? So moving on with all of that, there also, I did find, was something really cool that was invented in June. So this is something that we use a lot of days that we take advantage of or take for granted anyway today. It's kind of like a multi-tool today. Today you can do video chatting, you can take pictures, you can talk on the phone, you can do text messages, you can search the World Wide Web. So have you guessed what I'm talking about yet? So actually in the month of June, the telephone was invented. So nowadays it's one of those things that we can't live without. So aside from June being quite a lovely month, the telephone was invented in June, which has connected people from all over the world. It's really made keeping in touch with family and friends possible. So I also went through and just looked up some pretty cool days that are actually in June. So I just want to go ahead and read a few of these to you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead. So June 1st is World Milk Day. So this is the day to drink some milk. So maybe if you don't like cow's milk, the great thing about milk today is that it comes from all different kinds of sources. They make it from all different kinds of things. Nowadays, you can get almond milk, oat milk, cashew milk, you name it. They come in all different kinds of forms. So celebrate today by having an ice cold glass of milk. Okay, so June 3rd is National Egg Day. So eggs are great for you, right? We know that they're packed with tons of nutrients, and not only that, they have a lot of good uses. You can eat them tons of different ways. There was actually research done. They studied people to see how they ate their eggs. They found that almost everyone eats their eggs just a little bit different. Who would have thought there was so many ways to eat eggs, right? So June 4th is Hug Your Cat Day. So I don't know if you're all cat lovers out there, but I'm definitely a cat lover. So not that we need an excuse to hug our cats, but this is a particular day that you're supposed to give your cat a little extra love. So it is, even if your cat doesn't like being hugged or showing you affection, maybe you can just let your cat get on your lap, give her some nice pets, or maybe a new toy. Because if you do have cats, you do know that they don't always like to be loved in the way maybe a dog does. So June 8th is Best Friend Days. So best friends are extremely important. They play a huge role in our life. They are definitely our biggest confidants. So meaning we can confide in them. They just are our biggest cheerleaders, our advisors, right? So they kind of make all of our lives a little bit easier. They're great listeners, right? That's why they're our best friend. They've always got our back. So most definitely on June 8th, make sure that maybe you get your friend a small gift or you pop over and say hi. At the very least, you should probably give your best friend a phone call to say hello. So June 14th is actually Flag Day. So on June 14th, 1777, they actually adopted the American flag. So way back when, in June 14th, is when they said, hey, this is going to represent us. This is going to be a symbol of our freedom, our endurance, and our patriotism. And not only do we recognize our American flag, which is extremely important, people around the world see our flag and they know, hey, that's the United States flag. It's pretty awesome. So So I have just a couple more to share with you guys, so bear with me before I end this video today. So June 20th is like one of my favorite days. So June 20th actually marks the first day of summer, which is super exciting. So definitely take advantage of summer, right? Because before you know it, we do live in Michigan. We're going to be complaining that the snow is cold, right? So soak up the sunshine while you can. Just don't forget your sunblock. So June 23rd is National Pink Day. So the color pink can add a little bit of extra fun. So I'm not sure what you guys know about the color pink, but it actually has a lot of different things that can make you feel even, which is sort of interesting. So say you have a room painted in pink. A lot of times pink is associated with nurturing and love and caring and things like that. So maybe sneak a little pink into your day, get some pink blush or maybe a pink hair tie or ribbon. Celebrate just the color pink and all the cheerfulness it brings. Okay, so June 27th, I did not know of this day. I've never actually heard of this day, so it's pretty awesome to me. I've always kind of wanted to get my picnic basket and take a picnic. So June 27th is actually called the Great American Picnic Day. So it's usually celebrated the last Saturday in June. So you celebrate this by packing up a feast and just going to your favorite outdoor spot, laying out your blanket, and eating outdoors. Even if maybe it's in your backyard, you don't have to travel far. Just get outside and eat and enjoy some of that fresh air. So last but not least, I think this one's a kind of cool one too. June 29th is National Camera Day. So the camera was actually invented all the way back in 1816. So way back when it was invented, it was actually extremely expensive to get your picture taken, which is why a lot of people don't have photos from that far back. Kind of just a fun fact that I have actually learned some time ago. So they have come a very long way from being a simple little box with a curtain over your head to make sure you're able to see to this, to today, most good cameras are just in your phone, right? You can zoom to crazy distances away and it'll be crystal clear. So they definitely have come a long way. They're especially important. They have been capturing our memories and our likeness for quite some time. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you're able to learn something new. As always, if you enjoy this video, please give this video a like, and we are always looking for comments below of things that may interest you next. And until next time, that's all I got for you.